Hi folks, Rich from Have Moto Will Travel here. And as we watch this footage of my wife Sharon and I riding through a little town in New Hampshire called Twin Mountain, I'm going to set up this video. So this was filmed on a ride that I did with Sharon for her vacation. We took 3 days and we went up to northern New Hampshire. Now unfortunately my audio I had the wrong connector in one of the devices and it just didn't come through. So the only audio you're going to hear on that is either me talking in the studio or you'll hear me on the bike, but it will be without any amplification, or you'll just have to kind of listen carefully to hear what I'm saying. Now, why would you want to do that? Because in this video, you are going to see something really strange happen while I'm talking about something that happened that was really strange. The chances of what is going to happen before your eyes, and you're going to have to listen carefully because the audio is not great, but I'm going to set this up for you. The chances of this happening, I can't even calculate. I mean, I don't know if anybody could. They're so astronomical. But check this out. I'm telling a story about a night at work that my business called me and wanted me to take a runaway up to a shelter in Jefferson, New Hampshire. Now I have to go through Twin Mountain in order to get to Jefferson. So when I was going out to the driveway to get ready to go, I have two cars, and the first one I looked at and said, geez, that has a headlight out. And if I go up there, I know there are going to be state police in Twin Mountain. They're always hanging out there at night. And I really don't want to deal with getting pulled over by the police at 11. I was going to be there about 1 o'clock in the morning. So I looked at my BMW and I said, well, I'll just take the BMW. And then I stopped and I thought to myself, hang on. There's always moose on that part of Route 3. And if I'm going to hit something with a moose, I'd rather have it be my Hyundai Elantra, which is really the car I usually use for work. So I took the Hyundai Elantra. Now here's where the story picks up. I'm telling you this story that I just told you on the video. But check out what happens as I'm telling the story. And I know that this road right here is very patrolled by state police, and I don't want to get stopped by a state police officer at 11 o'clock at night for having a light out. Should I take the BMW? Well, the thing is, this road right here is famous. Right here, look at this. See this? What that is? That's a moose. That's moose tracks right there. Did you see that? Just as I'm talking about this time when I said, well, I don't want to do that because I might hit a moose, there was a moose that was hit. Unbelievable. What are the chances of that happening? Now, the thing is, it didn't dawn on me how weird that is until I actually got home and watched the video and saw the timing of it. It was incredible. Just as I'm talking about it, here we come to a moose. Now, I showed it to Sharon and I said to her, I said, but you know what, Sharon? I said, honestly, that's pushing it to say that it was a moose. And she said, why? I said, because it could have been a deer, could have been a bear, could have been a dog for all I know. She said, Rich, it was a moose. I said, well, you don't know that. She said, Rich, it was a moose. I said, how do you know that? She said, the moose was right on the side of the road. I never noticed the moose. I only saw the blood in the road. But sure enough, when I went back and looked at it, check it out. That's a freaking moose. Unreal, right? Isn't that unreal? But let me finish the story about the night that I drove up there with the headlight out. So as I pull into Twin Mountain, there's a car parked on the side of the road facing me on the other side of the road with its lights out. And I knew right away it was a state police officer. The only question was he going to stop me? Well, he did. And I saw the blue lights. I pulled over. He came over to the window, license or registration, told me I had the headlight out. I said, yes, sir, thank you, I know. He said, okay, get it taken care of, and he let me go. So I drove the rest of the way up to Jefferson. It's about another 20, 30 minutes, and dropped the runaway off, and then I turned around and came back. And as I'm going back in the other direction through Twin Mountain, there are two cars sitting on my side of the road. They were facing in opposite directions, but they were on the soft shoulder on my side of the road, and I knew it was two state police officers. Now, I had told the police officer that I was going up to Jefferson, told him what my job was, that I worked for a company that did work for the court system, and he probably knew that at that time of night, a car with a light out, I told him I was coming back the same direction, so he probably knew it was me. But what did I do? As I went past them, I looked in my rearview mirror to see if any lights came on, if I was going to get stopped again. Realized that I wasn't going to get stopped again. Put my eyes back on the road, and what was directly in front of me? A freaking moose. So I slammed on the brakes, and that's all it took. The moose was gone. I mean, they disappear into the night. But I thought at the time, it's really strange that the two things that I thought about not wanting to encounter in my driveway, two and a half hours away, and then when I got up there, I encountered both of them. And then, when I'm telling you this story about a strange thing happening, that other strange thing happened, right at the exact time. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Life is strange. How about you guys? You guys have any strange happenings on the road that other people should know about? Post them up in a comment, or if you're on the road and taking videos, tell us your story about a strange happening. That's it for this episode of Have Moto Will Travel. I hope you enjoyed my strange little story here, and I hope to hear about some of yours. For now, that's it from Rich and Have Moto Will Travel. Over and out.